may reach to industries, they may have millions, but when they die, they don't take anything. But that millions are required for rest of the people.
To support all the.
Yeah.
So as a part of the ecosystem, we all have to.
I mean, I believe in abundance. I believe in making more money. The world needs money. You have to grow in every area. Sir. I'm a believer in financial wealth. I have to do whatever is possible because the world needs money. That is finance. Then my body, physical, my relationship, my spiritual part. There are various areas. We are supposed to grow in every area. And as a matter of fact, most of the time, when we are good in one or two or three, we will be all round. When we will be successful, that's how we become. You look at the most of the successful people; they are good in every area. It is our birthright to live in abundance. Because look at the nature. Is there any lack, any shortage anywhere? Why? What is the problem with us? We think that there is only limitation. We live with an attitude of lack and limitations, whereas the nature is filled with abundance. It's like you pour a couple of buckets of water from the ocean. You think you are reducing the size of the ocean. It's the same thing. There is abundance of wealth in this earth. We are unable to do that because of our attitude of lack. And because of that, we get so attached to that. Because of that, we don't release it. We don't give it. But once we come to that abundance state of mind, then we started understanding how all these things flow into us. We are supposed to get all those things. The insecurity is from the attitude of lack. I mean, even talking about the money, from our area, I know very the rich people, they go to the market and this particular case, somebody who is immensely rich, his children are all of other places, and he will go to the vegetable market only when the market is about to close at 2 o'clock or something. Because that time all the balance stock will be given away at very reduced price. Millionaire. And he died. And unfortunately, he didn't remember where the accounts are, and the information was not given to the right people, so unclaimed money. I mean, that could be an extreme case, but what I'm saying is that we can grow in every area. Once we have this abundance attitude, we can have money. But when I was listening to the richest man, Warren Buffett, 26 billion, when I was in New York that time, 26 billion, that was his whole saving. One day he just wiped it off. He said, I give everything. And majority went to Microsoft, his foundation. Is it easy? That only he said, I don't keep anything. That is called abundance attitude. And that such people will attract also. So, because the discussion came into finance, I am an advocate of having finance freedom and abundance in that area too. There is nothing wrong in that, but the attitude towards that, but how we looked at the money. It is not supposed to be. We are not supposed to be like a reservoir, but like a river. It should flow. That's why it's called a currency. Once you come into that, because the moment we break the universal law, we break everything. The universal law is that comes and goes. The rain falls on the earth, it goes to the ocean eventually, it comes back and give more rain. So as long as we are part of that system, ecosystem, like you said, we won't be having a problem. All our problem is because of the lack of understanding how we function and how to function in relation to the nature, to the creation. So therefore, don't wish for the magic pill. That may be a revolutionary thought, but think about it. There is no, you said easy life. Huh? There is no easy life. As a matter of fact, these are for us. We need it. So, like I said, low polarity, unhappiness, happiness, down, up. It's a natural law. Everything works on law. Everything, force of gravity. You fall down at particular temperature. Water boils. Similarly, low polarity is a law that if there is a left, there is a right. If there is light, there is darkness. There is a up, there is down. There is peace, there is conflict. There is winter, there is summer. So everything is, so therefore, the conflict or unhappiness is a necessity for happiness, because then only we understand. If you don't understand these things, then how do we know it? I mean, if suppose there is no dark, there is no night, will we call it light? Will we call it day? What's the difference? It's same, It's same. We become part of it. Light, day is so beautiful because summer, mostly in the European countries, summer is so beautiful because there was a winter. If there is no winter, you will never talk about summer or spring. So these are all part of it. Once you understand that this is okay, accept it, and see the beauty in overcoming it, then we change the whole scenario in a different way. That's how we change our perception, our outlook. And it's also, a terror barrier is a prison with unlocked door. It's an illusion. It's a prison. There's a story. There was a guy who was really good in unlocking any lock. He's an expert. He challenged everybody. And there was the Mexican government invited him to go to the high security jail and said, if you can open this, we'll give you big amount, $1 billion or something. And he said, all I need is 2 minutes. And they said, we'll give you 5 minutes. And he was gone in, and he has his normal toolbox he took, like a piece of iron, wire and stuff like that. He knew everything, but 2 minutes he tried, it doesn't open. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes over, he's unable. Out of frustration, he fell down on the ground. He was so unhappy. He looked at the door. He was so angry. He never thought, because he spent the whole life to learn this technique and skill. With anger, he kicked the door, and there it goes, it's open. What happened was the door was never locked.
Ooh.
So, as a matter of fact, if you look so clearly at your terror barrier, you see it's an illusion. That's one wise man said, when you look at things, when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at will change. When you change the way you look at things, the thing that you look at will change. Many a times, I mean, I had some pictures somewhere, but changing your perception, the situation will change. Most of the time, the fear is an illusion. It's in our imagination. It really doesn't exist. So the so-called terror barrier we're talking about is nothing but an illusion. And if you can stare at it straight away, that will disappear. But that's only for brave people. That's where the courage is required. That's where once you take a decision, I'm going to face it, that's where you come out of the comfort zone. So, people, unless and until we look at that, I mean, you read that, you go into safety or you go into growth. So, the terror barrier is nothing but a prison with an unlocked door. it won't, because why? Because you are powerful than it. We are more powerful than any problem that we may face in our life journey. There is no limitations. It is only the conditioning that limits us. That's the whole theme. And we are going around in the same theme. It's our conditioning. It's our belief system that shows us that we cannot do that. And the final is freedom. That's what he said, do it afraid. Joseph Campbell, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. And we said it all. Your goal should scare you and excite you at the same time. I said this already, the scoring goal in the football game. If the goal that we have doesn't scare us, then we don't have a good enough goal. The goal we have should scare us and also should excite us. So, a goal that is so easy is not a goal, because it's not going to touch your comfort level, conditioning. So, your goal should scare and excite you at the same time. And then we break that terror barrier, enter into the freedom. Freedom is on the other side. See it with your mind as already achieved. I said losing weight. You know, we dealing with some people who have got an overweight problem. They starve themselves for days and they lose some weight. But as soon as they stop their starving, the weight comes back. You know what happened?